It's 4 o'clock in Los Angeles. It's 6 o'clock in Chicago. And it's 7 p.m. in New York City. Hello, everyone. I'm Mad Dog DeCipio. Joining me once again, help me God, help us all. Amelia, the Pitbull Chapman. How are you, Amelia?
Doing good. How are you?
I'm terrific. How you doing?
Good,
Oh,
good,
why do you
good.
get rid of this little banner in front? You say there was a say, Mad Dog. There's a banner in front of my
I
face.
know it's like covering us up.
It sure is. Well, there we go. Hot damn. I was like, where'd that thing come from? There he is. Leon. Leon's got Rosie with him.
Oh,
Hey,
hello, guys.
Rosie's here tonight. Wow. Wow. Leon brought his girlfriend with him. Good for you today. I'm glad to
Hey.
have you here, Rosie.
Yes, it's a pleasure.
I got to talk to Rosie later about why she's making my friend Leon crazy.
Maybe it's the other way around.
So, what you been up to?
Just looking for jobs, and it looks like I might have a possibility coming up.
Oh, I heard a little birdie told me today. Yes.
Mhm. Yes.
A little bird said Pitbull's finally going back to work. You can get rid of her ass now. See?
You won't get rid of me, but that's okay.
Well, I'm going to keep you around a little bit anyway. A
Mhm.
little bit. A little bit.
Yeah,
Anyway.
you were supposed to have somebody else today, but I'm happy to fill in anytime I can.
Yeah, well, good. Well, we were supposed to have. Okay, see, here's what happened, folks. We were supposed to have Master Fon here. Now, everybody knows we call Master Fon Captain Conspiracy
Hmm.
because he makes us look normal. And that ain't easy to do. That ain't easy to do. He makes us look like upstanding members of the community. That's a task to pull off. Well, he did it. Problem is, he's not here tonight because he's got to work.
Mm.
His damn work schedule got switched just when I needed him.
All right.
They switched the schedule. Go figure, right? Anyway, so it's just you and me. It's just us chickens here,
Yes.
kid. I want to tell everybody that tomorrow night, we will. I think, not sure, but I think we might have Big Lou with us tomorrow. Maybe, maybe not. Well, it depends on what the pit bull can pull out of her magic hat.
Right.
Anyway, no, it's going to be tomorrow. It'll be the pit bull and myself. Anyway, so let's talk about what's on the agenda for tonight. You are on, ladies and gentlemen. What's the Buzz? America's Best Podcast. This is the Mad Dog. She is the pit bull, and we are conspiracy kooks at large. Tonight, government cover-ups and conspiracy theories. Are they really still a thing, Amelia?
Oh, absolutely, yes.
Are they really? Or have
Absolutely.
people been, as they say in the wrestling business, smartened up?
Nope.
Okay, so
They're still covering up a
elaborate.
lot of stuff for us because think about it. They're going to do something for us and then like, oh, really? They're lowering down the gas prices. I wonder what they're covering up now or still.
Well, and that seems to be kind of the MO. If something's going on over here,
Exactly.
they want you to look over here.
Uh-huh.
Okay. So we're going to lower gas prices over here, but over here we're going to start playing with stuff and
Exactly.
mess up your life. Perfect example, ladies and gentlemen. You guys remember the bridge that collapsed in Baltimore a couple of months back?
Yes.
Okay. While everybody was looking at the ship hitting the bridge, nobody was looking at the explosives that were going off on the bridge. Because the camera was facing here. Luckily, some teenagers happened to be videoing, right?
Yes.
With their camera phones. Phone. Everybody's got a camera now. Every phone's got a camera. They got telescopic lenses, all this crazy shit on your phone, right?
Oh, yes.
And so these kids, they were filming the bridge go down, but they realized, hey, wait a minute. These That's exploding over there. That's fire. That that's not like a bridge collapse, like a normal bridge collapse.
No.
Something, you're not going to have like look at. I mean, just look at the stuff, okay? Just again, ladies and gentlemen, use your fucking head, okay? The boat loses power,
Right?
okay? How fast do you honestly think it's going? Okay? That's what this is the narrative. The boat loses power. Well, if the boat loses power, it's not being driven, it's just kind of like drifting, isn't it?
Right.
How hard do you think it's going to hit the bridge drifting?
Not very hard at all.
Let me tell you what happened that night. Talk about a conspiracy 101. Just like I said, here's the bridge. Here's where the real action's happening. Okay. Here's this, everything's happening here, but they want you to look here. All
Mhm.
right. Folks, we're not stupid. We're really not. We're really, really not. Well, except Amelia and her blonde days, except
But I mean, you could literally see the boat going right toward that
it went
pillar.
it
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 went right
aimed.
toward it.
That's my point. It aimed for
Exactly.
it.
Yeah. And look, it was going right to it. I mean, you could not see that. You know what I
Let me
mean?
tell you something.
It
That's crazy.
plain as day.
But what? Let me talk about this for a minute because we've done a bunch of conspiracy shows, right?
Right.
And we've talked on everything from Joe Biden as a clone,
Oh, you could
to
literally see that in the back of his head, the skin that's right there. You
yeah.
could
By the
see that
way,
clearly.
I've renamed Amelia tonight. She is Amelia. Joe Biden is a clone Chapman,
Oh yeah.
and I am Mad Dog the Scipio, host and conspiracy kook. That is me. But
And
Amelia, let's. I want to bring you up here.
mhm.
Um, you have been one of those people that don't believe Joe Biden is Joe Biden.
No.
I happen to agree with you. I happen to think that there's at least two or three people playing the part of Joe Biden because I think the real Joe Biden is either A, dead or completely mentally deficient. I hate to say that, guys. I really do. But if our president does not have the mental capacity to be president, then the next in charge needs to take over.
Exactly.
And the thought of that scares the shit out of everyone because the next in charge is Kamala Harris. And
Oh
she's the
boy.
next in charge. That's why she's the vice president.
Have you noticed though, whenever they ask her a question, she doesn't literally answer the question.
She doesn't know the fucking question,
She
Amelia.
just goes, rolls and rolls and
Did you
rolls
hear what
around
I
it.
said?
Correct.
Did you hear what I said?
Yeah, she does
She
not
doesn't
know it.
know the question. She's stupid.
Hmm.
She's fucking stupid.
Right.
What do you expect? Well, I mean, really, what do
Yeah,
you expect
exactly. You're
from a
you're
woman who bought her way into position? For crying out loud.
or they did it like what they did with me. Remember, I was telling you that I have a go ahead and tell people what I have as far as my voters registration.
No, tell everybody.
I
It's
have
simple.
a Democratic voters registration card and a Republican
Yeah.
voters registration card.
Amelia is registered as a Democrat and she's registered as a Republican in the
Yeah,
state of Florida.
they gave me
This is
two.
the same state, by the way. These are the same motherfuckers down there. That I should say Jeb Bush when he was governor. Geez, I wonder how that happened. That his brother was running for president. Oh, and his brother just happened to get elected. I wonder how that happened. You're not going to tell me the fix wasn't in, motherfucker.
Yeah.
The fix was in. Okay. Jeb Bush is a Bush.
Yes.
That means he's crooked from birthright. He's crooked from day one. And I'm a Republican telling you that. But they should be ashamed to call themselves Republicans.
Yes.
But don't forget, his best friend is Bill Clinton. Okay. There you go. What does that tell you? You know?
I just don't understand how. Okay, Soros gave Hillary Clinton $1 million for her campaign to run for president, and
Yeah.
of course Obama got the same amount from Soros, but he only gave $500,000 to Biden. Can you believe that?
Yeah, surprise me with something I don't know.
I mean, wouldn't he have given him the same amount, or is it because he's just a puppet? Like you said, there's three Bidens probably.
At
That's
least.
a Yeah,
At least.
that's a government cover up right there.
Let,
Just
you want to get into cover up? You want to go down a rabbit hole? Okay. Let's do this. If you want to do this, let's do it good. The United States of America does not now and never has had a president of the United States. The president of the United States, quote unquote, president of the United States, is a figurehead position. They do not make law. They do not change anything. Law is made by Congress and ratified by Congress. The only thing the president can do and cannot do is sign or not sign a bill. That's it. The president of the United States unilaterally has no power. This country has not had an active, workable president since Thomas Jefferson.
right.
Do you understand what I'm talking about? Most of you don't because you're fucking stupid and you don't know your history. Okay? You don't know your American history because you're fucking morons. All right? People in Europe know our history better than we do. You understand that?
Yes. And if
And
I
that's a scary thought.
Yes, and
That
if I do get
Europeans
to
know
vote,
our history better than we do.
hmm
That is problematic on so many levels, it's not even funny.
yeah, and if I do vote again, I will be voting for a felon, and that will be Trump.
Well, good. I'm
Yes.
not voting for anybody. I refuse to vote. You know why? Because it doesn't count. Your
Yeah.
vote has absolutely zero merit. Presidents of this country, a quote unquote presidents of this country, are elected by a group called the Electoral College. That's, and I don't care who you are, that's a fact. It cannot be disputed. It cannot be denied. It was set up that way. There has never been in the history of the United States of America, never, never, never has there ever been a case where the popular vote swayed the election. Never. It never happened. It's always been the Electoral College. If you doubt what I'm saying, do your research like we do. You'll be surprised and you'll be informed. What do you got to say about that, Amelia?
No, I agree with you 100% because, like you were saying, that they're all controlled by one. And do you think that's why John F. Kennedy was assassinated? Because he was trying to make a difference, and when he tried, he was murdered
John
for
F.
that?
Kennedy was assassinated for opening his fucking mouth when he should have kept it shut. I have a speech on my website, youtube.com/ at What's the Buzz podcast. We have a speech there, ladies and gentlemen. It's called The Speech That Got Kennedy Killed. What he did was he named names of people that he considered enemies. And guess what? They took him out. He wasn't trying to do anything good or bad for that matter.
hmm
He doesn't have the power to do anything good or bad. He only has the power to sign a law or not, period. And upon congressional approval, declare war. That's it. People don't understand how simplistic the presidency is. It's not rocket science. I, ladies and gentlemen, am a historical scholar. I know history inside and out. It's what I do. It's what I've always done since I was a little kid. I love history. And I'm passionate about it. If you want to know, research. Research.
And yet our history is being taken away from us, which is horrible. The next generations are never going to know what history is all about.
Well, they're rewriting history.
Exactly.
Yeah, there is no history. In fact, we're doing a show, folks. We are doing a show, I believe tomorrow night, as a matter of fact, on the Matrix, the Mandela effect and a glitch in the Matrix. We're doing that tomorrow night. And people think that this is some kind of big conspiratorial, waving of the magic hands. Let me tell you what it really is, folks. You're being fucked with every single day. There are hundreds upon thousands of people at computers just like this one, changing what you think you know about history. Do you understand that?
Yes.
I don't mean you, Amelia. I know you understand. I'm talking to the people out there. You understand that, you guys? There are people changing your history right now as I'm speaking to you. What you know today, tomorrow will be a fallacy. Will be a fallacy tomorrow. What if I were to tell you? What if I were to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, that I have two books? One says the Berenstain Bears on it. One says the Berenstain Bears on it. Which one would be correct? Well, they both would. And I'll tell you tomorrow night why.
Yes.
I'm going to make you wait on that one.
They have to wait.
Amelia, some of your favorite conspiracies.
Well, the Sandy Hook Elementary, to me, I believe it was a hoax because it was all under gun control.
It was a fabrication from Jump Street. I have a video. I'm going to show it on the air for probably the 50th time.
Yes.
And you're going to see a man before your eyes, an actor called a crisis actor. This guy is going to be laughing and joking 1 minute, and as soon as the cameraman says action, he's going to break down in tears. Okay? Why? Because his little boy got killed. Really? You got a little boy? You do? Really?
An actor little boy, might as well say. Yeah.
Well, yeah. Well, a non-existent little boy. Yeah. Not even an actor.
No.
Although there were plenty of young actors involved in Sandy Hook. And yeah, I'm calling out Sandy Hook. It was bullshit.
Yes.
Nobody died at Sandy Hook, folks.
Nope.
Sorry. Never happened. Not sorry. Never happened.
Every single one of them was hired actors. Every single one of them.
Of course they were. You want to see the videos? You want to see the side-by-sides?
Yes.
We got them. We'll show you. This is the stuff that they're breaking Alex Jones's balls about. Guess what? Alex has still got his head held high.
Oh, absolutely. He does.
Because he's a better man, and he knows the truth.
And he called him on it. And he called him on it, too, which got me. And then the one about Michelle Obama, or should I say Michael Obama?
Yeah, Big Mike.
Yeah, it's been proven.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something, folks. Amelia. If you believe for one moment that Mike Obama, Big Mike, if you believe for one moment that that's a biological female, I got some swampland to sell you in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean. Okay? It never that's it never ceases to amaze me. It really does.
No, it doesn't. I
It
mean,
never ceases to amaze me, the sheer stupidity of people. Who is the one president, the one president who was the first to say it and start the ball rolling?
it was his own husband, Barack Obama.
You know what I'm talking about, right?
Right.
Tell them what I'm talking about.
The one that started the rumor of Michael? Yeah,
No.
it was her.
No. We talked about this.
Mhm.
We talked about this. I'll give you a second to think about it.
Oh, the transgenders?
Hello. There you go. I knew
Yeah.
she had. See, folks,
Well,
I
the
tell
thing is
everybody.
that why
I told everybody the truth, and I didn't lie. Amelia, from time to time, forgets that she's a natural blonde,
well, I got some gray in there somewhere, but
and she dyes her hair black to cover the blonde.
dark brown anyway. But and
And
then you got to remember, two straight people had to have sex to have kids. Hello, think
first
about
of
it.
all, those kids, those girls, the Obama girls, they don't. None. Those girls don't look anything like either one of them.
No, they do not.
They do not.
They do not.
Because they're not.
No. Mm-mm.
And I'm going to show you who the biological parents are. How do I know? We got it.
And they even
We
showed
got it.
pictures of whenever when he was in office. Of course, the wives of these foreigners would come with the wives.
Yeah.
And how they showed the behind of Michael, and then they showed the behinds of these ladies. You could actually tell. Say,
Let
this
me
is
tell
what
you something.
American women, and I was like, that's not a
Michelle
woman.
Obama looks
Sorry.
like a female bodybuilder.
She
Okay.
does.
That woman's jacked. She's bigger than Barack. Okay.
Yes.
I'm.
You
If
could
you
tell by the
thinking I'm
knees.
kidding,
Yeah, you could
if
tell by the back of
you
the legs.
think I'm kidding,
Hmm.
look.
Well,
Go look.
when she wears those dresses, you could tell the knees and the calves and the legs. You can tell right away.
Yeah. Oh, Kenneth Jarrett Singleton.
Hmm.
You and I are on the same page, brother. Let me tell you what he's talking about. He wrote Joan Rivers.
Hmm.
Kenneth, I'm going to tell everybody what you're talking about because I know this well. Joan Rivers was on her way to a function, walking up the steps, and somebody said to her they put the microphone out to her, and they said, Joan, what about Michelle Obama? And she said, and I quote, she's transgendered. Okay. Shortly after she said that, she was dead.
Yes.
Okay. Supposedly from bad plastic surgery.
Mm.
Okay. Now, let me tell you something, folks. Bad plastic surgery can do a lot of things to you, but it won't kill you.
No, it will not.
It'll make you uglier than fuck. It might make you prettier than you deserve to be. Okay. It might mess up your language. It might do a lot of things to you, but it's not going to kill you.
No.
Okay. Plastic surgery will not kill you unless you contract such a horribly bad infection that does the job. But I will assure you, I absolutely assure you, that's not what happened to Joan Rivers. That woman was martyred. Okay? She was martyred for speaking the truth, just the same way Lenny Bruce was martyred for speaking the truth, the same way Sam Kinison was martyred for speaking the truth, the same way John Kennedy was martyred for speaking the truth. You get where we're going here? Do you see a pattern? Do you see a pattern developing here?
Yes.
Okay? There's a pattern here, folks. Conspiracies are real. They're not theories anymore. They're conspiratorial facts. We are no longer, we do not now, no longer accept the title of conspiracy theorist. We are conspiracy truthers. But me, you can still call me a conspiracy kook because I am. And I'll tell you, I am. And Amelia is still going to be Amelia Joe Biden is a clone Chapman, the first lady of conspiracies. Because she's a bigger kook than I am. And that's saying something. You know?
What are some of your favorites now that you've asked me some of mine?
Oh, man. Boy, you really opened up the door on this one, huh? I'll tell you what. I got
Unless you want to think about it and then do a commercial first and then come back and tell us.
Oh, I could do that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I definitely can do that. But you're trying to get rid of me, ain't you?
No, I want you to think about it because you said you had some favorites. So,
well, I'll tell you what. Let me do a promo for one of our upcoming guests, Rita Giganti. Check this out. Do you have sweaty balls or volleyball netty balls? It's time to make them ready balls. The Manscaped.com Lawnmower 3.0 will do the job and clean your knob with its patented no-nick head, so your head will function as desired. Enter promo code WrestlingFuture for a generous 20% discount. That's enter WrestlingFuture for a 20% discount. Manscaped.com and Wrestling with the Future, going balls to the walls with Manscaped.com and the Lawnmower 3.0, your balls will thank you. And so will we. This is What's the Buzz, America's Best Popcast. You're watching On the Record with the Mad Dog and the Pitbull. I am Mad Dog DeCipio. She is Amelia, the Pitbull Chapman. Why do I call the... somebody asked me, I think we got an email. Did I talk to you about it?
no.
Somebody said, why do you call her the Pitbull?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to let her tell you. Why did they call you the Pitbull?
Because when somebody started to make fun of you, it started being mean to you, and I said, "Don't mess with him. Do not mess with Mad Dog because you're going to have to deal with me." Remember?
And I said, "Oh, she's on a roll. I'm going."
Remember, they started to say something about
I
you.
do. Yeah, that was a couple of years ago. Jesus, man.
Still, I don't care.
Yeah,
they don't. They don't mess with anybody that's on this show. Period.
Tonight we are doing government cover-ups and conspiracy theories. Are they still a thing? Well, yeah, apparently they are. You asked me the question before break.
Yes.
What was one of my favorites or some of my favorites?
Some of your favorites, yes, because you asked me the same
My
thing.
all-time favorite conspiracy theory that turned out to be true.
Mm-hmm.
And you can't make this up. The moon landing.
Yes, I remember you were. Yeah, we did a show on that. A couple
I
of
did
shows.
4 shows on.
Yeah, and when you showed us, and
Yeah.
and then the helmet, the mirror on the helmet, you were like, you blew it up too.
No,
And
I
we're
went in. Brother, listen. I'm going to your brother. Listen to this. I went into deep detail on
yes,
that
you
one.
did, and you showed people. Remember the
Oh
helmet?
yeah.
Everything you showed
Let
everybody.
me tell you what people don't understand. When you look, you got to remember something about the time period. Okay, now think about this. It's 1969. Okay. We explained what I'm about to tell you now. We explained to you about 20 minutes ago. Follow my logic, you'll understand completely. In 1963, that year, John F. Kennedy promised we will go to the moon and back. By November of 1963, he was dead from an assassin's bullet. He got killed. All right. The next president that came in was Lyndon Johnson. Although he was a big piece of shit from the time he was born to the time he died, God rest his soul, Mr. President. That man, all he ever wanted to do was be president at any cost. But he had to do something first. He had to fulfill John F. Kennedy's promise to go to the moon and back. And he did it as the very last gesture as president. Because in 1968, he said, I shall not run for office. If nominated, I will not accept. If drafted, I will not serve. Okay? He said that. It's a direct quote. Another president comes in. His name's Richard Nixon. One of my favorite presidents. I loved Richard Nixon. Okay? Because he got a bum rap. He got a bum rap. They treated him like shit. But Richard Nixon, again, he had to carry the ball forward, peg it forward. Mm-hmm. So they get the space program together, right? The NASA back in the 60s. Great idea, but we got a couple little logistical problems here. We don't have the technology to get to the moon. We can get into outer space, but we can't get to the moon. And if we do go to outer space, there's no guarantee we're going to be able to get back because we didn't know how to get back. Okay? All right. There's some other logistical issues. We've never done this before. We don't know how to go about it. What they did was they hired a guy named Stanley Kubrick, a filmmaker. Stanley Kubrick knew how to get to the moon. Ask me how he did it, Amelia.
How did he do it?
With the magic of the movies, special effects, because he's a film director. Stanley Kubrick was a multi-Academy Award-winning film director. Brilliant film director, okay? I'm going to tell you what he did. He made a movie. That's what he did. He made a movie. It's called Let's Go to the Moon. There's a project that's been declassified, folks. Not making a word of this up. It's called Operation Paperclip. All right. On top of that, if you guys ever saw a film called Capricorn 1, watch that movie. You will see how they faked the moon landing because they're telling you how we did it. Ask, when did it come out? Mad Dog, when did it come out? Glad you asked me that.
Right.
Glad you asked. It came out in 1971. Mm-hmm. When was the moon landing? 1969.
Supposedly 1969.
Allegedly 1969.
And
when did the movie come out? 1971.
Right.
A year and a half later. Mm-hmm. Geez, it seems a little coincidental to me, right? Mom.
And then we also catch them saying too that if one day we make it to the moon, remember? We have them saying that too.
Let me tell you something.
That's another one.
Do you realize that we've never gone back? You know why?
Right.
We can't. You can't get to the moon. There is a large band of radiation out in space. If you got anywhere near this, it will fry you like toast. It's called the Van Allen radiation belt. Okay? and it was named after Raymond Van Allen, who discovered this body in space. All
Mhm.
right? You can't get within 1,000,000 miles of this. You'll die. It will eviscerate you. It will melt you. It will fry you. You will cease to exist. Do you get where I'm going with this? It ain't gonna happen, folks. It's not gonna happen. We've never been to the moon. That's why we've never been back. They can't get there. Have we been in space? Yes. Have we got back from space? Yes. A couple of times they didn't make it. There was the Challenger crew. We're going to do a whole show on the Challenger crew because that's not what you think it was either. You want to talk about a conspiracy theory?
Yes.
I got news for you, folks. They're all still alive.
Yeah, because I looked at something and I was like, wait a minute, I didn't know that name and that
Remember
thing.
something. Remember something. When you're looking over here,
Something's going on over
they're over
there.
here.
Yeah.
See behind me?
Mm-hmm.
Hello.
Yeah.
This is where we want you to look, ladies and gentlemen. But this is where all the action is back here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because I went yesterday to the grocery store and I bought some stuff for like kielbasa sausage and some stuff like that.
Is
They
this
said,
going to be a long story?
no, they said it's gonna be $14. I'm like, what? Wait a minute, how much? I've never spent that much money. I was like, wait a minute, I thought it was gonna be more than that. I was like, okay, what's going on here? I was glad to not
What
spend that
can
much
I ask
money,
you a question? I don't
but
want to sound like an asshole because I probably will anyway.
no, but I
What
mean,
the
I
hell
was
does that got
happy.
to do with what we're talking about?
Like you said, this is going to be costing this less, and I was like, okay, why is this prices
That's
finally
a
going down?
horrible example to use.
No, I'm saying, why are the prices finally going down on certain things? See, that's another thing to look at it for. You know what I
Well,
mean?
no,
That's a
look.
good thing in a way.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Okay, because this is, folks. This is why I say at the beginning of every show, God help me.
No,
Okay,
I see that certain things and certain prices are going down on certain things. So what's going
you're
on?
going to push this, aren't you? You're really going to push this issue? Okay, go
No,
ahead.
but like you said, certain things are
Go ahead. I'm going
happening.
to sit here. Go ahead. I'm waiting for you.
Certain things are going on. Certain
As
prices are going.
people watching this are seeing my eyes start to swell. Go
Oh
ahead.
no, you go ahead. Never mind.
Anyway, let me tell
Yeah.
you what she's trying to get at, folks. Is
Hmm.
sometimes the pit bull can be a little long-winded.
Nah, 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 nah. I'm
God
just
bless
saying.
Jeff and Joseph. Um, Poor bastard, I swear.
No, be quiet.
Here's the thing. Seriously. I understand what you're saying. I get the point. But what we're talking about here is if you start seeing prices drastically coming down on everything, trust me, if prices are coming down, there's something going up. Okay? If prices are coming down, something's going up.
Exactly.
Something's going on. That means they
Hmm.
want you to look here while they're doing
Yes.
something over here.
Hmm.
All right. So now,
And what
well,
else?
look what happened back when Bill
Mhm.
Clinton was president. People forget this one. They forget this one. But I'll give him credit. And I didn't like Bill Clinton, and I met the man.
Yeah.
I didn't. I didn't appreciate his presidency because he was a lying piece of shit.
Yeah.
But the one thing that he did say, I would like to know what's at Area 51.
Yes.
And he acknowledged for the first time Area 51. The first time a president
Hmm.
acknowledged Area 51. Okay. And called it Area 51 and not by its rightful name, which is the Groom Lake Gunnery Range. That's the proper name for Area 51. Okay.
What about like also too is I've noticed that they've done a lot of videos of a lot of these spacecrafts coming out of the water as well.
and that's all part of a broader conspiracy. We're not going to go down that rabbit hole tonight, but we will do an entire show on it. They're called USOs, underwater submergible objects, as opposed to a UFO, which is an unidentified flying object. Well, actually, they're not even calling them UFOs anymore. They're
Really?
calling them UAPs, unidentified aerial phenomenon.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, which is kind of, if you think about it, a better way to say it, because it opens up a broader spectrum of classification. You can identify airplanes as opposed to something that's not categorized. You know, it just gives you a reason to think on a different level, which is good for a change. I mean, but you have to remember, though, the United States government now has acknowledged, yeah, we're being visited. Yeah, we're not alone. Yeah, there are things out there. Look, when the Pentagon starts having press conferences about unidentified aerial phenomenon, you better take it serious.
Oh,
Because
absolutely.
the Pentagon don't fuck around.
No.
Okay. These guys are military guys. They don't play. Okay. The military has zero sense of humor. Zero. You understand? They don't laugh. These people are like robots. They don't laugh. I don't think they know how. Anyway, let me do this break, folks.
Yes, I was going to tell you. It's time for break.
Yeah, let's do our wrestling promo. Here you go, folks. We are back with government cover-ups and conspiracy theories. Amelia.
Yes.
Give me your all-time favorite, number one, top of the list conspiracy theory.
The conspiracy theory would be, as I was saying, like, besides that one would be, let's see. Well,
your number one, the top of your list.
The chemtrails also that we did.
Is that your number one, chemtrails?
Yes. Okay. Because we have them so many around here. You can't even tell what the clouds are clouds or which are chemtrails anymore.
Yeah, well, we're actually going to do that one night. Yeah, because we've got some chemtrail videos that'll blow your fucking mind.
Yeah. Here, you don't know where a cloud ends, starts, begins.
Yeah.
Chemtrail. You could even see when the chemtrails. You could even see the little things falling down, and we're like, my son's like, "Look at all this, Mom. Look at
yeah,
this.
You're breathing that shit.
Yeah, it's horrible.
That's why people are getting sick.
Yes.
You're breathing that crap, folks, and you don't know what's in it, and they're not going to tell you what's in it. You know why? Because they don't have to.
Yeah.
Because they're the government. They don't have to do shit.
And you notice that I started getting ill a lot more too, since I don't know if it was the COVID vaccines that they supposedly gave us or if it's the chemtrails. I don't know.
Well, I recommended a good psychiatrist for you, Amelia.
I'm talking with the flu or the cold. I started getting more.
Yeah.
Because for 3 years, I have not gotten the flu or cold as often as I did. As soon as these chemtrails started coming out, or since I started getting the COVID vaccine. So
yeah. Well, wait, that please.
That's
another show. We are actually doing a show in a couple of weeks called COVID and the Zombie Apocalypse. Not even making this up.
No, we are not making that up.
I'm not making this up. It's called, we're doing a show called COVID and the Zombie Apocalypse. Because this COVID shot, luckily, I'm one of those that didn't get the other. I got the Johnson and Johnson, which is completely ineffective, doesn't work, and that's why I took it, because I knew it wasn't going to fucking work. Okay, but the people at Pfizer, them scumbags at Pfizer Pharmaceutical,
That's the one I got.
they're
Pfizer.
killing people, and they don't care, because as long as they make money, they don't give a shit.
Yeah, they don't care.
No, they don't. Why should they? They're making money.
Yeah.
See, people don't get this. Like well, Mad Dog, you're so skeptical. You think? Let me tell you something, you guys. You ain't seen skeptical yet. I'm being calm tonight, all right? I'm being mild tonight. Believe me when I tell you, I'm being a good boy tonight. It's craziness. Leon, explain this one to me, brother. I gotta add, because I saw this up there. Leon says anti-masker, anti-vaxxer here. Why are you anti-mask and anti-vax if there's really nothing to be gained from it?
Oh, I think it's because Biden's going to be signing or he already has, that he's going to make masks again mandatory in June, well, this month. And
Yeah.
of course, each state's
Well, he
going to
can make
vary.
them mandatory, but I'm not wearing it,
No,
and I never will again, ever.
each state's going to vary because the governor, but of course, DeSantis, he said absolutely not. We're not wearing our masks yet.
Joe Biden is going to usher in the biblical apocalypse, I assure you.
Yes.
I assure you. Don't look for it overseas, ladies and gentlemen. The biblical apocalypse will begin here in the United States of America. Why? Because this, ladies and gentlemen, is the biblical Babylon. This is Babylon, the United States of America.
Yes.
The biggest con ever perpetrated on world population. This country is a sham. This country should be ashamed of what it's become.
Yes.
It was a beacon of light. Now it's a vast wilderness of darkness.
Yeah, because if it's run by
Thanks to
either the
Barack Obama and Joe Biden, you pieces of fucking shit.
Because George Soros, the
I
Rothschild.
know they're listening. I know that the powers that be are listening. I've already been told that.
Yeah.
By very credible people. I've already been told that.
Yeah.
And guess what? Keep listening.
Yeah. Because if it's run by anybody,
my right to free speech.
the Rothschilds, Committee of 300, the Illuminati, secret societies, the George Soros, it's run by them, period.
We talked about them. We've done shows on every one of them.
Yep.
George Soros is probably a different level of scumbag.
Oh, absolutely.
He's a different level of scumbag because he creates other scumbags.
Yes.
And that's my problem with George Soros. I don't care that George Soros has trillions of dollars. I don't care. You know, if he's got that kind of money,
he's worth
do some good with it, George.
$25 billion.
Do some good. How much?
$25 billion he's worth.
Oh, he's worth more than that. He's worth in the trillions. He's worth in the trillions. George Soros is worth somewhere around $8 trillion.
Oh, wow. Because when I Googled that, that's what it came up as 25 billion. So.
That was not even close to accurate. Not even close to accurate.
Yeah.
Not even close.
Think of what he could do for the homeless people. Think of what he could do for that.
Well, Amelia, think about something. Paul McCartney is worth almost $100 billion.
Wow.
I want to think about this. You understand what I'm saying? That's the revenue of a small country. Wow. But you're talking about a guy who owns music catalogs.
Yeah. And George Soros is Hungarian too. So I mean, think about it, what he could do for this country. He lives here half of the time.
Well, George Soros, as I said to you, he's a scumbag. All he does is create other scumbags. He uses his wealth to do that. But his estimated net worth is in the trillions. 25 billion doesn't even come close Not even close.
Oh, I have it. 6.7 billion.
Not even close.
Mm.
Not even close. That's wrong.
Okay,
That's
because
wrong.
okay, let's see.
That's wrong.
Okay, because that's what
Forget.
Google.
Stop looking.
But you know what,
Stop.
too? It's like, what else can be, done here? Like you said, nobody's running this country as far as the presidents. It's going to be all these secret societies, too. And I'm pretty sure that we have extraterrestrials here living among us
Yeah.
as
Well,
well.
you're going down a different kind of rabbit hole, Mill. I'm going to
Hmm.
keep it on to the
Yeah.
government cover-ups and conspiracy theories.
Hmm. And the
Um.
and also too, it's like, what other ones that you said that you were had been
Oh,
interested
conspiracy theories,
in? Hmm.
cover-ups. Oh,
Yes.
I'll give you a couple. I'll give you a couple examples of both. With regard to government cover-ups,
Hmm.
the biggest government cover-up,
Yes.
the most egregious cover-up of all time, the John F. Kennedy assassination. They covered that thing up from the minute they covered that up before it even happened. That's why the Kennedy assassination will never be solved, because they they dotted their I's and they crossed their T's before they ever fired a shot. And that was a heavy mafia involvement, working with the government
Hmm.
and the Cubans. And believe it or not, Fidel Castro liked John Kennedy. Believe it or not, it's the truth. The people who hated John Kennedy were people here,
Wow.
because he wanted to upset the apple cart. So they made you believe that some lone nut from Texas named Lee Oswald shot John F. Kennedy. One guy with no planning, no nothing. One guy took out the president of the United States, and they want you to believe that. Well, if I'll believe it, I got some swampland in the middle of the Pacific for you. It's called Hawaii.
Yes.
Okay, give me a fucking break. Insult my intelligence some more. Kenneth is back. He's banned from Hungary and Russia. Pumped his own money into Russian stock. Absolutely. Yep. Absolutely. He's not lying, folks. This is what George Soros does. He tried to bring down an entire economy of a country. This is what he does. He's a manipulator. Black Lives Matter was financed personally by George Soros.
Hmm.
You want to go look, ask them, where did they get their money? They'll tell you where they got their
Yes.
money.
Hmm.
I'll give them credit. They're not lying about it.
Yep.
Amelia, what do we got coming up?
Let's see. Of course, tomorrow, as you were mentioning, we have the Matrix and the Mandela Effect and QAnon.
Yep.
We have that coming up.
QAnon.
And we're going to be
That's
talking.
for you, Leon. Got QAnon. That's for
And then
you.
Wednesday night with Big Lou Marconi and myself, we're going to be talking about Monday night, the wars.
I will not be here Wednesday. I will not be anywhere near the show. So
He's
Amelia
going to
is
be in
going
the
to pull
production
double
room.
duty. Amelia is going to host the show and produce it, because I will be indisposed. I will be with my pastor.
He's going to be away from us, for a little bit.
I'll be away with you I'll be away from you for the whole day. I'm not going to be
Okay.
anywhere near this show on Wednesday. You're doing wrestling. I don't want nothing to do with wrestling. I hate doing our wrestling show. I really do. I
Because you did
really,
it
really
for
do.
too long, huh?
Oh, please. What else we got? Tell everybody.
On Monday, June the 10th, we're going to be talking about Dr. Jeffrey McDonald.
Tell everybody who he is.
He's a Green Beret, ex, I guess, military man who murdered his wife and 2 children,
That's
pregnant
not
wife.
true. Who allegedly
Allegedly murdered his pregnant wife
murdered
and 2
his wife
children.
and children.
Yes. And
Allegedly.
allegedly, I should say. I should have put
We
that in
have
there.
to say that because he's still alive
Yes.
and he's still appealing his case.
Yes. And he still to this day has
And
not
there are
been able
still
to appeal
people
it.
who believe that he's innocent.
Yes.
The question has always been, why would the Army, why would the Green Berets want to silence Jeffrey McDonald? Well, we have
Yeah.
some answers for that.
And on
We
the
have the answers.
And on the 11th of June, which is Tuesday, is the dark side of the food industry. Do we really know where we're eating? We're going to be talking
You
about
may not want to know. I don't.
that. That's going to be
I'm going to
something that.
show some videos, folks,
Mhm.
of how your food is prepared. I will say this to you. I will give you a fair warning. If you don't want to know what you're eating, don't watch the show.
Or if you
Listen
do,
to it on the radio where you can't see the video.
or if you do have something ready next to you to
If you got a barf bag or an empty basket to puke into, you might want to have it.
yeah, something nearby.
Yeah, something nearby. What else you got, Mel? What else we got?
Oh, and then now we're going to have Wrestling with the Future again on Wednesday, June the 12th at 7 p.m.
And what
Eastern.
will that show be?
We haven't thought about what that one yet, but I have to get with
Well,
Lou
what are
with
you
that.
waiting for? Our wrestling fans want to know, damn it.
We haven't talked to Lou about that yet, so I have to talk to him about what that's going to be.
Well, it sounds like it's going to be interesting.
Yes.
That's been a good show. Very fast-paced show tonight.
Mm-hmm.
You got me fired up, I'm sure. Thank you for that. Appreciate it. Anyway, this is what she does to me. She gets me fired up, then she goes home.
Hey, well, no, maybe I don't. Maybe I'm still in there. Remember?
No, you don't. I know what you do. You break your husband's chops. You aggravate the kid, and you get on your phone and your computer and call
Actually, he
all
aggravates me.
74,000 people you know on TikTok and say,
No.
watch my new video.
Nope.
Anyway.
I post
Sure.
for the show for next week.
Can you let me sign off, please? Oh, my God. She's on a fucking roll tonight. 4. Amelia, the Pitbull Chapman, heaven help me. I am the Mad Dog. We will see you, God willing, in the creek don't rise tomorrow night with another episode of What's the Buzz, America's Best Podcast, tomorrow on WWTF Radio and BRS Global around the world. Take care, folks. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.